Today on Storytime, let me tell you about the introduction of the DPA ad unit, the dynamic product ad, the catalog ad, the carousels that you see from every single brand. They didn't used to always be a thing. I remember before they ever existed. Let me get into you about the first time I ever saw them, how we were actually in the test for them, and what you had to do back in the day. And I'll hint you this. We had to go overseas to get somebody to make a 50,000 cell Excel spreadsheet just to get some stuff running for Macy's. Anyway, if you like what you see here, please do not be shy. Subscribe, hit this button so you can keep up on all the story times every week, as well as both lessons from every week and the weekly live masterclasses we do every week. If you want to know more about stuff, subscribe so you don't miss any of it, and you can see everything else that we have. And again, as I ask people always, if you find this to be useful information for you, tell a friend. And if you want more info, don't be shy. Go to facebookdisruptor.com. The link is right down there. And you can find ways to get access to the ebooks, to the course, to join the Patreon group to get access to all of the ebooks on subscription, or join the premium Slack channel, which, unlike a lot of big ad agency Slack channels, is actually run by somebody that knows what the fuck they're talking about, me, and involves conversations, screen shares, all sorts of stuff that covers ad accounts from a couple $100 a day to a couple $1,000 a day to $6,000, $10,000, $20,000 a day, $1 million a year ad accounts. So if you want to learn and be part of a community of a bunch of the world's best advertisers, that is probably your best bet, and I highly recommend you check it out. Okay, with that being said, the introduction of the DPA ad unit. Now, why am I fuzzy? What's going on here? Okay, I'm back. So, at the time, I was working as a senior ad ops for a Facebook media partner, marketing partner, an FMP, as they call it. The sexy words in the biz. Okay, so at this FMP, I was a senior ad ops, and I was managing a lot of different accounts. And Facebook introduced this idea of a dynamic product ad, which again, at the time, was this groundbreaking thing that was going to ruin advertising for everybody, because Facebook's new ideas never work, and it's stupid, and why would anybody want to do it? It's going to ruin the funnel, it's going to ruin this, it's going to ruin... It's one of the best ad units for making money with direct-to-consumer and e-com that anybody ever runs. If you're not running dynamic product ads and you've got at least 4 or 5 products to sell, you are missing the boat. And if what you have to sell is information products, you can still do it. It still works. 100%. So give it a shot. All right. With that being said, what Facebook uses now is what we call a product catalog that is dynamically uploaded with a feed. However, this didn't always exist. And there now are tools, and Facebook can pull it directly from Shopify. But when this started, none of that existed. And what you had to do is manually fill out an Excel spreadsheet. And that Excel spreadsheet had a bunch of different things: name, size, price, color, flavor, whatever have you. Description, short description, long description, product title. Anyway, at the time, Macy's wanted to put up their entire catalog. Now, mind you, other big brands do this, from Home Depot to Nike. Every brand worth their salt has these things going. But at the time, they were brand new. Now, if you've ever been to a Macy's department store, well, I'm not breaking ground here and telling you that they have a ton of products, right? Like, think of a Target times 3. And not only do they have a bunch of products, but a lot of them come in different sizes, different amounts, different deals, different colors, different flavors, all sorts of different things. Like, a sweater might come in 5 different sizes, male and female, plus like 8 different colors. That is like 80 different products. Now, if you have to fill out 8 to 12 columns for just that sweater, imagine what it's like to put up an entire store that sells over 1,000 things. Well, some opportunistic folks at the time started building up ad agency extra stuff. What was that? What was that? It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, it's 4:30, whatever. Anyway, these entrepreneurial folks started to make ad agency relationships where what they did was they would build that Excel spreadsheet for you. And so it would cost like $50,000 to get somebody to build out a 250,000 like row Excel spreadsheets. The smallest one I saw was 50,000 cells. That was the smallest one I saw. And we would actually do this manually ourselves, and like it would take like 2-3 weeks to build out like one thing so that you could test this ad. Well, long story short, that business model went out. The business model of building these for people, because we ultimately got a feed. And I think a lot of people don't realize, one, how powerful that feed is, and two, that you can actually customize all of the things inside of there. After you build the feed from your Shopify, you can 100% change the default image. If you've got a sale going on, why not say a background for Mother's Day or Black Friday or something? Why not? My point is, back in the day, you had to do all of this stuff manually. And I think a lot of people, now that it's done automatically, don't appreciate all of the variables that go into it and how beautiful it is to actually see this. So back in the day, 2016, something like that, 2017-ish, when we were building this stuff out, it not only didn't work that well, the ad unit wasn't even that effective, but Facebook gave it just the lowest CPMs possible because it really favored it. And now you see it from basically every single advertiser. And I just want you to know that if you're not using DPA, you absolutely should. If you're selling e-commerce products, if you're selling information products, you can 100% still use DPA by making it a thing that just has a physical SKU that you sell. Totally still works. And remember, when you have trouble for your feed or you've been thinking about what you want to do with it, that there was a point in time when folks like me would pay an army of data entry folks tens of thousands of dollars just to see if we could even try to begin to test it. Anyway, much like lead gen ad unit, if you want to know about the lead gen ad, you can see the link right there about the origin story of the lead gen ad unit when I brought that to market with Nissan. But I've been in the game for a while, and it stuns me how easy things are these days. And it also is really telling when people don't bother to take the time to try to optimize little things. Like the description of their product, or even the picture. Like, make the thing fit the square. You can put in automatic buffering and everything else. It's 100% possible. But back in the day, you had to do all of this manually. So be thankful that Facebook is as easy to print money as it is these days, because it didn't used to be like that. It used to be really, really hard. Anyway, if you like that, once again, my name is Charlie. Now, this is a fun little story about the origin of the DPA ad unit. But if you like that story, or you want to see something that you like better, click on these videos right here. YouTube seems to think you're really going to like them. And if you like this story, or you want to know more about how to actually run your Facebook so you can see more success and less stress and really begin to win at Facebook, go to FacebookDisruptor.com and sign up for an ebook or the course or whatever else that you want to get your hands on. Anyway, I will see you